Today, let us discuss Unit 2, the environmental pollution and its management. So, let us see what is an environment. So, the term environment means surrounding, which includes the components like air, water, land, atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere, etc. There is a balance between human existence and environment. There is a balance of interdependence between life and environment. This balance in environment is disturbed by addition of certain substances. So when certain additional substances disturbs the environment, then the problem of environmental pollution appears. When man starts improving his quality of life, some substances disturbs the balance between environment and life, which creates the problem of environmental pollution. So now let us discuss the meaning of environmental pollution. The contamination of environment by the addition of undesirable substances produced by human activities which cause damage to the living organisms is called as environmental pollution. So environmental pollution means addition of undesirable substances which is produced by human activities and which damage to the or which creates some damage to the living organism, that is called as environmental pollution. In the human activity, if some undesirable substances comes out and get into the environment which damage to the living organism, that is called as the environmental pollution. The undesirable substance is added to the environment, that is called as pollutant. This pollutant is responsible for environmental pollution. So undesirable substance which is produced by human activity which is added to the environment, that is called as pollutant. So pollutant released from the human activity create the problem of environmental pollution. Now let us see what are the causes of environmental pollution or what are the causes for environmental pollution. Many causes were responsible for environmental pollution. Among that, let us discuss one by one. The first one is human greed and ignorance. So according to one of the environmentalists, right, in 1970 he says that human greed and ignorance have allowed to develop an ecological crisis like pollution. The greediness and ignorance of the humans created the problem of environmental pollution. Second one, human population explosion. Human population explosion is the main cause for pollution or main reason behind the pollution. Third one, release in excess of permittable limits of foreign substances. So according to Michael, an environmentalist, said in 1984, pollution is the release in excess of permittable limits of foreign substances within, within the environment. So when some foreign substances released from the human activity, that creates the problem of environmental pollution. Then the fourth cause for environmental pollution is rapid industrialization. Industries establishing and growing very fast rate, which creates lot of release of excess permittable foreign substances, which creates the problem of environmental pollution. Another cause for environmental pollution is unplanned urbanization. So unplanned urbanization means the rural areas converting into urban cities, which is not planned earlier. Space will be less, more population will be located, which creates the problem of environmental pollution. Another major cause for environmental pollution is deforestation. As you have seen, for enlarging the road, you have seen trees were removed for the purpose of extension of the roads, and day by day the people, in order to construct house, construct industries and all, cutting the trees and all, you have seen. So deforestation is the main cause for environmental pollution. So these were the important causes for environmental pollution. So now let us discuss some forms of pollution. What are the different forms of pollutions we can find in the economy? First one is air pollution. Second one, water pollution. Third, soil pollution. Air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution were the earlier types of environmental pollution. The new forms of pollution are noise pollution, marine pollution, thermal pollution, and radioactive pollution. So, noise pollution due to increasing number of vehicles, then marine pollution regarding water pollution, then due to the thermal power plant, what and all pollution has taken place. It is called as thermal pollution, whereas because of increasing the radioactive rays in the economy, creating the problem of radioactive pollution in the environment, that is called as the radioactive pollution. So these are the different forms of pollution. Now let us discuss the one of the important form of pollution, that is air pollution. So pollution in air or air pollution is one of the common pollution we can find in the environment. So the meaning of air pollution is the contamination of air by the addition of unwanted gases or solid waste into the atmosphere. So in atmosphere there are several natural gases were there, like hydrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, etc. Along with these natural gases or natural contents, if some unwanted gases which will add it to the atmosphere, then it is considered as the pollution in air, or it is called as air pollution. So unwanted gases from the industries or unwanted gases come out from automobile sector or burning of volcanoes. These all create the addition of unwanted gases or solid waste into the atmosphere, which creates the problem of pollution, that is called as air pollution. So there are two types of air pollution. One is natural air pollution, and second one is anthropogenic air pollution. Now let us discuss what are the causes for air pollution. So let us discuss the causes of air pollution one by one. First one, complete combustion of burning fossil fuels. So the complete combustion of burning fossil fuel is one of the major cause for air pollution. It includes the domestic combustion, that is thermal power stations, and volcanic eruptions releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. So by burning of fossil fuels or by volcanic eruptions or because of thermal power station which releases the carbon dioxide to the atmosphere, that is the main cause for air pollution. So the complete combustion of burning of fossil fuel includes domestic combustion, thermal power stations, and volcanic corruptions. Second one, incomplete combustion of petrol and petroleum products. So petrol and petroleum products, incomplete combustion, which is used in automobiles, factories, coal mines, forest fires, burning cigarettes, etc. The petrol and petroleum products which are used in automobiles, factories, coal mines, forest fire, burning cigarettes, which produce carbon monoxide, which cause the problem of air pollution. Then the nitrogen oxide is produced by incomplete combustion of petroleum products in authorities, that is diesel driven vehicles, power plants, etc. Fourth one, emission of burning fuel, the petrol, diesel, carburetors of the vehicles. Next, fifth one, coolant of refrigerators. The coolants of refrigerators are the source of chlorofluorocarbons. The whatever coolants are there in the refrigerator which creates certain amount of chlorofluorocarbon. So this chlorofluorocarbon is one of the cause for air pollution. Now let us discuss what are the effect of air pollution. First one, effect of primary air pollutants. So what are the effects of primary air pollutants? The effects of air pollution, let us discuss one by one. The first one, effect of primary air pollutants, and effects of primary air pollutants. Pollutants which mixed with the atmosphere, then the air pollution begins, as I said. So some of the important pollutants is mentioned, how they create the problem to the air pollution, that we'll discuss one by one. So the first content is or pollutant is carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide create the problem of greenhouse effect because of steady rise in the temperature of earth. So increasing the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere create the problem of greenhouse effect. Then the carbon dioxide also responsible for increasing the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere create the problem of melting polar ice caps. Polar areas, which is complete the Antarctica, the place which is completely surrounded with ice, that is going to melt. The polar ice caps are melting due to increasing the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which rises the when there is more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which rises the temperature on the earth. So when temperature of the earth increases, it creates melting the polar ice caps. It also create increasing uh, temperature on earth creates the problem of headache and nausea on the humans. Headache and nausea to the humans. Next, second one is or second pollutant is carbon monoxide. So the carbon monoxide will be stored in the hemoglobin and it creates serious problem to the hemoglobin. If once that pollutant enters to the hemoglobin, which reduces the oxygen carrying ability of blood, which produces giddiness and headache. When oxygen carrying capacity of the blood becomes less because of the carbon monoxide is entering into the blood, which creates the problem of headache, severe headache and giddiness. It also responsible for decreased vision. The vision power becomes less. Also responsible for cardiovascular disorder, that means heart problems. The various heart issues appears due to the increasing carbon monoxide or the carbon monoxide in hemoglobin, which also the carbon monoxide also creates the problem of global warming. The next pollutant is sulfur dioxide. The sulfur dioxide creates the problem of respiratory damages. This is the human respiratory system damages when the contents of sulfur dioxide exceeds in the atmosphere. It also creates the problem of asthma or other breathing problems. The increasing the pollutant sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere, so increasing sulfur dioxide creates the problem of deterioration of ancient monuments, and the example is the threat to Taj Mahal at Agra, because the government owned oil refinery which is existing 4 kilometers away from Taj Mahal, which which spews 24 tons of sulfur dioxide daily, so which creates a serious effect on Taj Mahal, which creates the problem of discolorization. The color of the Taj Mahal is becoming duller because of increasing the sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere.